Welcome back. One reason I evaluate every game after I'm finished, everything besides bullet that is because I'm trying to learn chess. I'm trying to get better, and every time I do an analysis of a game afterwards, I try to take away some lesson from it. And one lesson I took away from this game, this is a rapid game, 10 minutes, the lesson that I took away is a continuing lesson that I've been continuing to learn, is that I'm not very good at evaluating positions during a game as far as which opponent has an advantage. Sometimes you can tell. Sometimes I can tell I'm hanging on by a thread. Other times I can tell I'm in a very dominant position. But it's when they're closer to even that I have trouble. And here I thought I was just barely at a disadvantage. I've just lost a pawn here after a piece trade. We traded a bishop for a knight, and then I lost the pawn. And so I knew I'm at a slight disadvantage, and obviously I know that this my bishop is under threat here. But I did not evaluate how far of a disadvantage I was at. And further, the second lesson that I've learned here is I'm not very good at picking the best move. In some positions, there are multiple moves that are okay, and sometimes I'm pretty good at picking one of those two or three top best moves. But sometimes there's only one move that's really good. And here it would have been this, moving my bishop to f6. And the reason is they need to activate this rook, which they can do by pulling their bishop off the back rank. And their best place to place that bishop would be here, but they're not going to if my bishop is here, or in this diagonal. So if my bishop is here, guarded by this pawn, they're not going to put their bishop right there. That would have been my best move. But another move would have been to move my rook, it says, here. I didn't even consider that. That's actually pretty good, to guard the bishop from the side. Okay, but what I did was the third best move, which is here, and that just increases my opponent's advantage. So I picked the wrong move because this allows them to do multiple things at once. They develop their bishop with a tempo, forcing me to move my rook, and freeze their rook at the same time. And here, my opponent, as you can see from their clock, has only used less than a minute on 17 moves. But here, for some reason, they took the longest they took for any move of the game. And so I'm, waiting with bated breath. What are they going to do? What's their play? Honestly, I didn't, I did see this, and I didn't know what I was supposed to do if they brought that bishop in. I thought maybe here. I was kind of hoping they would make the mistake to take this pawn, and then I would win on the back rank checkmate with my rook, right? That would have been awesome. But instead, after 20 seconds of thought, they did this. And I thought it was a trick or a trap of some kind because they've been playing so fast, and they took so long and thought of this. And they must have thought they came up with a brilliant move, but it wasn't brilliant. So now I know I have the advantage. But here is the second lesson, I think, is like I really don't like winning games on just dumb mistakes. I mean, I don't like losing them on dumb mistakes either, but here they followed that with a second dumb mistake. Remember, I just said if they moved that bishop? Yeah. So I won that game. I mean, one lesson here that we can learn from my opponent's play is if there's a rook lined up from your back rank, man, do something else. Don't let it back there. At least create some sort of escape square. Maybe not that one because I have a dark squared bishop, but one of these pawns, get it up so your king can escape before you move the piece that's keeping me from coming in. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.